What if a single, quiet evening could change everything you believed about yourself? Olivia had often imagined what solitude might feel like. The idea of having the entire house to herself always seemed peaceful, bathed in soft golden light, calm washing over her like the tide. But now, standing in the kitchen with her parents' note in hand, she realized the truth didn't match her daydream at all. The house didn't feel empty. It felt awake. The grandfather clock in the hall ticked with deliberate authority, each sound sharp enough to make her pulse echo it. In the background, the washing machine droned its low, rhythmic hum, almost like a steady heartbeat buried inside the walls. Every floorboard sighed under invisible weight, every faint creak whispering something meant only for her. Sunlight poured across the painted walls in warm, fading stripes that seemed to observe her in silence. Her parents' note was brief, almost careless. Back Monday morning. Try not to throw any wild parties. Love, Mom, and Dad. A faint smile tugged at her lips, but it vanished as quickly as it came. This wasn't the freedom she had imagined. Independence, yes, but this silence carried weight. It felt alive, expectant, filled with unspoken possibilities that unsettled her. She gripped the edge of the kitchen island, uncertain whether to feel thrilled or uneasy. The amber light slipped through the shutters, striping the floor with warmth. Olivia poured herself a glass of iced tea, condensation trailing down the glass, and walked barefoot toward the living room, just as her phone buzzed in her hand. A message flashed across the screen. Simple, but enough to make her heartbeat stutter. Game night, just us two? She stared at it, reading slower the second time, as if there was a hidden meaning in those few words. Lucas. Not just a friend. Not just the boy from down the street. He'd been there since childhood. The one who taught her to skip stones, who shared his lunch when she forgot hers, who built a treehouse just to make her laugh. But lately, something between them had shifted. Nothing dramatic, no confession, no clear moment. Just a quiet change in how he looked at her, in the pauses between their laughter, in the silence that said too much. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. Logic told her to keep it casual, but her heart whispered otherwise. Finally, she typed, "Sure, come by around 7. The moment she hit send, the air in the room seemed to spark. The house no longer felt still. It felt smaller, warmer, awake. 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Olivia steadied her breath before opening the door. There stood Lucas. Easy smile, dark navy Henley, worn jeans, a paper bag of snacks in one hand, and a board game in the other. His grin was effortless, magnetic, disarming. "Game night delivery service," he teased. Olivia laughed softly and stepped aside. "You're punctual." 7 on the dot. "Urgent," he said with a playful shrug. "You never know. Maybe you missed me." She tried not to smile, and failed. They walked into the living room, the air scented faintly with vanilla candles. Lucas placed the board game on the coffee table, glancing around the quiet house. "Feels strange," he murmured. "Your place is never this empty." "It's weird, isn't it?" Olivia replied, sinking into the couch. "It's never this quiet." They sat close, maybe too close. As he reached for the game pieces, his shoulder brushed hers. She pretended not to notice. The game began, but her thoughts wandered. Every gesture, every word, every laugh from him felt new. Lucas wasn't the boy she remembered. There was something unspoken in the space between them. Delicate. Electric. "You've changed," he said suddenly, leaning back. "What?" "Nothing." His lips curved into a small smile. "You just have." She laughed softly, but her chest tightened. The fading light danced across their faces in golden flickers. One look, one laugh, and everything she thought she knew about him shifted. Outside, the sky darkened. Clouds gathered, heavy and slow. Rain began to tap against the glass, timid at first, then steady, insistent. Thunder rolled across the distance, low and deep. "I think your house just turned into a suspense movie," Lucas said, half grinning. Olivia smiled nervously. "Good thing you're here, then." A sudden crack of thunder split the air. Startled, she grabbed his arm. He froze.